Honest to Vlog.
Good afternoon, transmitters of diseases. I actually ended up agreeing with most of what Ali said in his video on Friday. I am very much pro this creative sharing environment and definitely think that Creative Commons is the way forward of the future. However, what I do very much disagree with is that we should change the law or anything like that to force Creative Commons to be the standard. As much as I love the freely creative sharing open source culture bit, I think that should be something you have to opt into and that you always have the choice to either place yourself in or not. Which, with the current system of Creative Commons we have right now, anything you or I create we can offer up to share. And I think as we move forward, ultimately more and more artists are going to realize that this is the smart move and they are going to start making this decision and licensing more of their art under Creative Commons. But I really don't think that the system should ever be forced by the law. I really think that the creator ought to have as much control over their creation as possible. If someone creates something and wants no one to be able to reference it at all, period, I think that that's their creation and that's their choice for them to do that. If anything, I think fair use could be peeled back a bit, making it so you really can't reference anything at all, unless, of course, the artist gives you the permission and opts into it via Creative Commons or something. I think that system would be ideal and it would open up the most choices and that the artist can choose from one extreme to the other and have all the options available to them. As much as I think creative sharing is a good idea, that's just my opinion, and I think the law should be whatever allows for the widest array of choices and therefore the widest array of opinions for people to choose from. You also seem to suggest that this right to mash up was almost necessary to the creative process, and that I really don't agree with at all. I think mashing up is a nice option and can be fun and can be cool, but I don't think it's at all necessary. There are other ways to be creative, obviously. Disney was just a smart guy exploiting his situation the best he could. Had he not had all the public domain content to steal from, he could have found other content. There were other ways to create. Same with you in creating your mashup videos. Had that not been available to you, there are other ways that you could have learned to edit. As much as I love what Auto-Tune the News does, I don't think it would be that terrible if they weren't allowed to take news clips like they do. Either way, they're creative people, and even under a different situation, they still would have found the best route to take. Along with that, there seems to be an attitude that because this free sharing is right, we should therefore just go ahead and steal from everyone who doesn't allow it because they're wrong. That I again very much disagree with, in that as cool as sharing is, it is the choice of the original artist to opt into it. And as we move forward, I really think that more and more people are going to wise up to this. As YouTube and internet culture and whatnot continues to collectively grow and take more of the market share of entertainment, I think both businesses and artists are going to realize that one of their best forms of advertising is having these mashups done of them. It's partly for this reason that I really don't think the law should mandate that people have to open things up for sharing. I think that something like this should be a decision. It should be optional. It almost seems kind of to take the coolness out of it if you're forced into it. Wei, I look forward to hearing you weigh in tomorrow.